Okay, excuse me. I believe we are live now. Give it a minute to double check while these teams are getting ready. Mic test. Mic test looks good. Sounds look good. Now just waiting for the chat to troll me. Yeah, I know what you guys are all about. Welcome, everybody, to another MWO Comp Blood Leagues 7v7. Um, Tonight, or this afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, we got a good one for you. This is EMP versus GNX. Um, EMP, everyone knows who they are. Longtime world champion winners. Came out of retirement for Blood Leagues, and then you got GNX. Once a Div C, like a year ago, Div C team moved up to Div B, and now they're up to Div A. Um, it should be real good because last week they annihilated Black Omen in a 5-0. So a lot of people are expecting a lot from GNX this week. We'll see what happens. Can they at least pull out a win? Maybe two? Who knows? Be exciting to find out though. GNX is sitting in the league or in their division at 5 points, I believe. EMP sitting at 14, 1 point behind JGX. A win here will temporarily put them in first place. Uh, at least 2 points, 2 wins here, two drops, one. Put EMP in first place. Um, GNX, they are sitting at only fifth. They're are at 5 points in sixth place. So a couple wins today could actually see them move up and surpass KDCM. Middle of the pack is pretty even in points. You got like Black Omen at 8, Rust and Jade Falcon at 8, and KDCM at 7. Uh, let's check on the lobby, see how things are doing there. Uh, Team's asking to make sure that there is a stream delay, and there is. So they shouldn't have to worry about that too much. All right, Team 1 is locked. Uh, Team 2, they're now on the timer. Um, Looking at here, we got EMP 3 in Alpha and 4 in Bravo. Should be interesting. If we look at the map again, as you can see, um, 3 in Alpha would be 3 down here, and then 4 in Bravo. So I have a feeling they're going to do Epsi Kappa Gamma caps. Those are the ones they're going to fight for. These are going to probably be long range mechs. I'm just, well, I could be dead wrong. These could just be fast boys going to Kappa. Um, but we've seen AC2s and really big mechs out in the water um, in games this week. So it would be interesting to see what happens. Do they fight out here? Um, does the fight happen over here? Who knows? Uh, EMP, they have a lot more skill than I have knowledge, so I'm not even going to really begin to guess what they're planning on doing. Now GNX, very straightforward. They've been working on a very strong wolf pack uh, lately, dominated Black Omen. Um, I expect them to play for Sigma Kappa Theta for sure. Um, they don't really have much other option. Maybe send someone to Epsies if they can, but they're going to be stuck in this fight with the EMP. EMP across the board have stronger pilots, so it will be up to GNX to try to balance things. So it'll be interesting to see. in a straight head-to-head, I don't think that they will win, but who knows? We've seen weirder things before, that's for sure. I think ISC 2, MS took a drop, or took an actual match one from EMP. Could be wrong on that. Apologies if I am. But let's get back to the lobby and see if these teams are ready yet. And they are. All right, both teams are locked, punching it. Let's get this show started. Let's give you a better overlay so they have more view of the battlefield. No. Okay. You guys who are just joining chat and talking, I can now see what you're writing. Bad. No, do not troll me. Yes, we could. A title change would be nice. And it's already been done. That's awesome. We'll say good luck, EMP. Good luck, GNX. May the best team win today. GNX being the underdogs, kind of a soft spot for the underdog, so I'll try not to be, I'll try not to root for him too hard. All right, the mechs are now dropping. GNX brought a, let's see, we got a Veagle 2, a Timberwolf Prime, Annihilator 1P, Wolfhound 1A, Black Lantern D, and Night Gear H, and a Fleece 17. Uh, Black Lantern. Is it all lasers? We got 6 lasers, 2 heavy machine guns, 2 ER micro lasers. Vigo looks to be, yeah, PPCs. Alright, on EMP side, we got a Vigo 3, a Night Gear D or Annihilator 1P, Wolfhound 2, Timberwolf C, Firestarter A, and a Black Lantern. Black Lantern Firestarter have taken over as the quintessential mechs for almost every cough drop. Mobility patch has been very good to those mechs. They needed it, and boy, they are now showing what they can do with just a little bit improved in the agility department. Looks like Stimrog and his Firestarter is getting to, well, checked out Canyon. Didn't go through Canyon. What do we got over here? We got some, the red already starting a little bit of skirmishing with James Bond in this flea. He is going to be making a play for Kappa here. James, I think, ran off. So that will give EMP the 3 cap and put GNX on the back foot to start. Now, it looks like this Annihilator. Holy crap! Did you guys just see that? One shot from the Annie on the Wolfhound, stopping the Kappa Cap and taking a mech out in a blink of an eye. Quad ERP Annie. 40 pinpoint alpha. Oof. Black Lantern Firestarter holding here by the boat. Oh, I can't tell if that's a accusation. Stimrog barely dodging that alpha from the Annie. Black Lantern is kind of holding back. Stimrog going to be making a play for Kappa. Samuel and his Wolfhound peeking this corner. He's going to try to stop this cap. We'll see how successful he is because Stimrog has 3 mechs that are on the verge of barreling down on him. He pulled back to the rock. Black Lantern, Inosuke, and his Black Lantern is going forward. There's a little bit of trading going on from these guys here at Sigma. Inosuke going ahead and capping Kappa even further, going to make it even harder for EMP to take that back. Oh, the Firestarter has PPCs, apparently. I'm assuming those are lights. Took a shot at James and missed. Flea's just real tiny and hard to hit. Inosuke now starting to take shots. He's pulling off Kappa now. It definitely feels like this whole game is going to revolve around Kappa. Stimrog getting more shots in from around the boat. Bowser in the Night Gear, a little damaged, but he's extremely healthy. Actually, pretty much everyone on both teams is extremely healthy. A lot of whiff shots. Strike on Bowser. He's backing up. He took a couple of hits from PPCs, but I believe he is going to dodge that airstrike entirely. Is he? Yeah. One last spite in the Beagle heading right. Um, just notice Selith in the Black Lantern is taking Theta. Uh, looks like GNX is trying to respond with the Flea and the Wolfhound. Um, Beagle getting some getting shots off on the Night Gear over there. Night Gear's starting to get a little bit damaged. Sam from GNX, he looks like he's going to make a play for Theta here, or at least try to stop this. But he's on his own. That'd be super dangerous if he does anything.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Looks like he's getting James to come in with him. Let's see how this happens. There's still some trading going on in the distance, but nothing definitive yet. Everyone's just holding each other at range. Sam and James are definitely making a play for Theta. James has gotten on it and he's gotten his flea hidden behind the point. Do not think they can stop him from flipping that back without like an airstrike or something. Sylph is going to try, I think. Nope. They're going to back off. Probably the smart thing is GNX now has 4 mechs overwatching Theta. They are doing a good job of reacting to everything EMP does and bouncing back and forth along the map. Buster Machine is starting to look a little worse for wear. Let's check on his mech HP. Large pulse machine guns and ER medium lasers. He is definitely hugging that tree for his life, and there is now a strike on that tree. That tree is now going to get him hurt. Did he just... he dodges the... Look at it. Oh, there it goes. I thought he was going to get through that unscathed. Oh, here we go. Looks like EMP is making a play for Kappa again. Simrog taking some hits. Annie with Overwatch in his 40 pinpoint Alpha Strike. Simrog might be able to flip this as long as he doesn't get hit, but GNX is coming in to push them back. Inosuke in the Black Lantern. Looks like he's about to run into Stimrog now. Can Stimrog get out of here alive? He's running, and while all this is happening on the other side of the map, if you look at the mini map in the bottom left, FC's is being that back cap is being taken by GNX. This has now gotten dangerous on the caps for EMP. Even if they flip Kappa back, they're still behind in caps. And GNX, they're 175 points away from winning this match just on tickets. And Inosuke taking some shots. Samuelai's starting to look pretty beat up in that Wolfhound. Looks like they might be able to drop this Annie. He is down to 35% HP. They are done being bullied around by it. It is sticked. I'd be surprised to see it get shot anymore the rest of this match. Ooh, Timberwolf taking some big hits. Carbon Fire, the Night Gear over here on the left. Oh, and Bowser goes down. Oh, here we go. GNX, they didn't fall back. They just pushed her. They just anti-NASCAR'd around the rock. James and his fleet go down, but Stimrog and Bowser are down too. There was only 4 mechs on the field for EMP to GNX's 6. Lizzie out here with his Annie. Gets some good shots on the Veagle and Black Lantern, but I don't think it's enough. I think he is just outnumbered and outgunned, and he's going to go down before he can finish anyone off. And there he goes. Carbon Fire did go down, stuck out here on his own, but the Magician and one last bite. They did stop the Sigma cap. This is interesting. Theta's about to get taken from GNX. GNX is about to lose all their caps. They are definitely winning the fight. All their mechs are in the red at sub 50%. One less bite goes down. Can Stealth and Magician even these numbers out? It looks like Kappa is going to flip red, but Theta flip blue. This match is not over with yet. The Magician getting eaten up by a bunch of machine guns.
Kappa
How
has
much of his
secured
weapons are left? Because
control.
he is not shooting back much. Oh, he is one touch CT.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
GNX taking back Sigma. They are going to. It looks like they are going to win this no matter what. That is a surprising win by GNX on this one. Selith in the Black Lantern still holding off. Will he survive till the tickets go down, or will GNX get that last kill? I think he's letting him kill him. Oh, it's last second self destruction by Sam. Big oof. And that is a win for GNX. That lucky kill early in the game definitely, definitely put the pressure on EMP, and GNX was able to hold the caps. Well fought, well fought. All right. Give me a second to get these submitted, and then we will take a look at the post-match stats. Get back to the lobby, get the map changed, and I'll let you guys see how much team damage do these guys do. I have no idea if there was any betting pool in the stream chat on that one, but if there was, whoever voted GNX just won a lot of money. Next map, I believe, let me double check. Yeah, Frozen City. Ooh, little salt in the in-game chat. Well, while they work out their differences, let's check the post-match strats for that last drop. What we got here? As you can see, it was actually still relatively close in the end. Uh, the Magician with 556 damage, One Last Bite with 546, and Lizzie with 503, and Bowser in 441. They're, all those mechs super close together in damage. I only see 21 team damage by One Last Bite. Nothing that sticks out as noteworthy. On GNX's side, it looks like overall more damage. 503, 486, 447, 557, 443. A Bust Machine, Sam, Inosuke, Carbon. Yeah, they all did fairly decent in their mechs. I expected more damage from the Annie after how quickly it annihilated that mech. But overall, well done. While these teams start getting themselves locked, let's take a look at kind of what happened here. So, Team 1 made a play for Kappa. The traders, I believe it's around here. Well, they kind of like moved all over the place in this region, so I'll just put a big red circle. Um, Light mech, and then GNX they sent like kind of did this. They weren't too crazy all over the place. Um, they held a tight area that wasn't too small to where they were surrounded, but it wasn't too big either where they couldn't cover each other. But they had an Annie that was placed basically right here. Soon as that mech went for Kappa, this Annie just stared at him, aimed his shot, and then Alpha and one shot that Wolfhound. And that left EMP and Mech down very early in the match. And then from there, EMP almost fought back tooth and nail and still took the win, but um, GNX, they snuck a guy all the way to FC's, back cap this, um, and for a moment had a 4 cap lead on EMP. EMP did manage to pull the caps back and pull it down to just 1 cap on each team, but by then there was only 2 mechs left, and then that was it. Both teams fought very well. I hope you guys enjoyed that watch because I enjoyed casting it. Next map both teams will be playing is Frozen City. Um, EMP will have Team 1. A lot of people think Team 2 is the stronger trading side. They could be right, but Team 1 still has a couple good places and a couple of things they could do. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we watched CXF versus CSPS. CSPS set up around here fairly decent trading positions to hold at range. And CXF just didn't play that game. They just kind of crossed over and then started trading with them from, you know, the sub 1000 range area. And then they just got getting aggressive. And then what happened is as soon as they pushed over here, CSPS fell down the low ground and just got annihilated right here. Um, I don't expect the same thing to happen. It will be interesting to see what does happen. Um, I don't think I've seen DMP much on this map, so I'm not sure what their overall strats are, but at least for GNX's team, they have some pretty good traders. I expect to see that 4 ERP Annie again. Um, who knows, maybe they'll move it over here or keep long range. But I expect after it went so well last time, one-shotting a light with it, I think they might try to do it again. Alright, now let's go check in on the lobby, see how both teams are doing. Check in chat while we wait on these two teams, see what's going on. Uh, I can't tell. I think there might be a little bit of accusations going on in the chat. Just trying to catch up on chat while we wait on these two teams. See, Alpaca Girl can say, I hope both teams have fun. I agree too. I hope both teams have fun. All right, you guys in chat, don't start going at each other's throats. It's from my perspective, it seemed like a good shot, uh, but that's not my job. My job's to cast these games. It's up to the admins to decide the way everything looks. Team one, they're getting low on their timer, but unfortunately, I don't have my timer running this time, so I'm leaving it up to the teams to decide are they breaking the rules or not uh, on the whole timer thing. All right, looks like EMP just got their 7th person in. They've just readied up. All right. All right, Team Two's on the 5-minute timer. Now, I do hope that if any of you watching are not currently on a comp team or doing comp, but drops, organized drops like these sound interesting to you, I highly encourage anyone to dip their toes in comp. It's not easy, like by all means, but uh, like, we have lower divs for lower skilled pilots and just teams who um, don't care about winning. They're just playing together for fun because you can have a lot of fun in comp if you go into it with that idea, with that kind of state of mind. And like I said, I highly encourage everyone to at least try it once if you have never tried comp, especially with all the new changes. It's if you thought comp was becoming a stale meta being reused over and over again. Um, the new community changes brought to you by the Cauldron and PGI, and the new maps brought to you by the new map guy working at PGI. Things are getting a lot better. New mechs are being brought that weren't brought before, so and overall strategies are changing with the times. And so right now is a good time to get into it. There's Worlds coming up, and what is it? November? I believe it's November. Someone in chat correct me. But when Worlds, you see what both EMP and GNX did. They both said ready and locked before they were ready. They're being like level. Don't be like level. All right, both teams are ready to launch, so I'm going to launch, and I lost my train of thought. So we'll just get on with the match. Exactly what you guys are here for. Telson, yes. My overlays are a bit out of date. It's going to be a while till that's fixed. Still working on getting more updated stuff. So for now, at least there is an overlay. All right, just waiting for both teams to come in. All right, here comes the dropships. For EMP, we got Stimrog and the Firestarter. We got the Black Lantern Hero, the Timberwolf, Veagle 2, Wolfhound, Deathstrike, and Executioner. Let's see what flavor of Deathstrike they brought. I've seen it multiple ways lately. They got 2 Goths, 4 Meads, and 2 large pulls. That feels kind of mid-rangey. Well, the Goths are a lot longer range than they used to be.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
3 large pulls, 3 medium lasers on the Executioner. This is starting to look a little kind of pushy and fast. Vapor Eagles at least PPCs, right? Well, PPCs are incoming. Firestar and Wolfhound are heading towards Theta here. And the Black Lantern is coming forward too. Seth steps on it and then pulls off. It's probably a smart move. They did try taking some shots at him. Sam and Inosuke, they are being pushed back. EMP's Wolfpack pushed the GNX ones way off of Theta. It looks like EMP is going to be able to take Theta no problem, but without their back caps, I don't think they're going for caps. I think they are going for the kill. They for sure are going for the kill. Deathstrike and Executioner are bringing up the rear, but most of these mechs are fairly fresh. Wolfhound's taking a little bit of hits, crossed out here in the open, and all of GNX is taking the 7 line. This is very, very faction play feeling. Oh! It happened again! Night Gear, one-shotting the Wolfhound. What did he die from? Side torso. He got XL checked hard. Migo and Din Airwalker uh, getting pounced by the Flea, Black Lantern, and the Wolfhound here. Um, Bowser and Lizzie moving forward, taking shots on the flea, but James and that flea is actually very good squirrel. Stimrog looks like he's about to finish off the Black Lantern. Stimrog has definitely pulled four mechs with him. Can he get out of here alive, or is he going to go down? He almost has his Black Lantern. Is he going to at least take one mech with him before he... Oh, no, he does not. Stimrog goes down. Din Airwalker is also looking very worse for wear. His side torso, his left side torso is open. South in the Black Lantern goes down. May go. Wow, this is becoming a steamroll. Carbon Fire does get taken down by the Timberwolf and Deathstrike. The 4 ERP Annihilator at 49% health, but it's in the green, which means nothing's opened up. And I spoke too soon because he just lost his Torsus. Oh, Bowser gets taken out by a back shot going after the Black Lantern. It is down to just Lizzie and Din Airwalker, both at 34% HP. Din Airwalker does go down. And then that's it.
The enemy has capped enough resources. We've failed.
GNX. Almost 7-0ing EMP. Said it's 7-1. Let me get these damage numbers then. All right, let me get these teams swapped, and then we'll take a look at the post-match stats. All right, we gotta do the team swap. Next map, I believe, is Viridian. Yeah, Viridian Bog is next. All right, give Team 1 the timer. All right, now Team 1 has the timer. Let's check the post-match stats. Uh, Not too much to say, really. Lizzie with 50 team damage being outperformed by GNX's Kairojo Shrin, some weeb name. Who had 59 damage, team damage. Overall, the red getting completely shut down that game. With 0 damage. Got XL checked by the Night Gear, which I believe was Goss PPC. Other than that, I mean, you got Lizzie with the most damage in the Death Strike at 563, and then Din Airwalker and the Timberwolf at 442. Um, but generally, it does look like GNX just outdamaged them across the board. 612 from Buster Machine, 514 by Carbon Fire, 430 by Sam. Fortunately, not much to add there. We wait on both these teams. Let's look at the map. Because this played out different. Alright, so Team 2, right? Right here. Basically it. They set some lights here, but then they went there. Team 1, push forward like this. It had a pushing right down the center, very risky. Definitely something I've done in previous seasons to catch off guard, especially teams who are going, for that predominantly extreme range. Then the fight just kind of happened right here. These mechs came up here, got into the buildings, but you had that wolfhound, which I believe was about here. Yeah, about right there. When he got sniped. Um, GNX had their Annie, who was holding his own, trading off against a couple mechs, and then the rest was for the most part just a series of little skirmishes with occasional pushes and pulls, just in this area, and GNX dominated it. EMP, they had a few mechs that had a lot of high alpha stuff, but I don't know. I felt like it seems that they just got beat on that one, and it happens. Let's take back a look at the lobby. What we got here? Team 1 is not readied yet. Looks like they're going Bravo Charlie. So if we look at the map again, next map's Viridian. They're Team 1, they're going Bravo Charlie, so they're stacking this one and this one. Um, from GNX's perspective, excuse me, they're going to have someone come back to take Gamma. They could probably send a couple lights to do a quick flip of Theta, and then those lights will probably pull back, and their early game goal will probably just to be to hold this, keep, uh, you know, shoot the guys that come for it. I expect James and his flea again. I expect GNX to then get Epsies pretty early, and then they're just going to spread out on probably get mechs up top, like places like here and over here, and just control this part of the map. Um, Not sure what EMP will do here. They've been playing differently than I expected. So, like I said at the top of this cast, I do not have enough innate knowledge of this game to be able to predict what EMP's going to do. um, but yeah, this is I like this map. It has a few. There's a lot of people don't because there's a lot of trees and stuff, and there are a lot of annoyances. But with that said, I think it's a clever map and it's kind of unique. And there's a lot of little places that you can, if you invest in your jump jets, you can get your mech in some pretty interesting places on this map. All right, now let's head back to the lobby and check it out. All right, Team 1 is now ready. That's awesome. Team 2 is already getting ready, and it looks like they're almost ready themselves. We'll use this time. Check on the chat again. Yeah, Therex, it would be nice to have a swap teams button for as often as we do that. Shade, if GNX keeps the level ahead, they will win. Love the level pun. We'll see. It does feel like they've shaken EMP a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see if EMP can shake that off and come back and dominate these last three drops, uh, which I expect. A lot of people talking about DCs. Yeah, I've had a against CXF last week. Uh, Saiso, you might know him as Sausage. Um, he DC'd on me in drop 5 while he was in the middle of ganking a mech. That was heartbreaking because we didn't. I don't know if we would have still won the drop, but you know, dropping a mech pretty early is fairly important. And instead of dropping that mech, we got a disco, and then he would proceed to get wiped. Um, Team 2 has 6 people in. They're almost ready. Once that seventh person comes in and they lock, we will be punching it and we'll be getting ready for drop 3. It is currently GNX 2-0 against EMP. So far, a complete upset. Team 2's still not ready yet. You guys are taking so long. Come on, people want hot mech on mech action. They like to see the sweaty plays and the salt mines that sometimes happen. Well, while Team 2 is going to take their sweet time, let's take a look at the map one more time. Wait, if I spoke too soon. They got their 7th on the field. They usually ready up pretty fast. So it looks like we are just going to camp on this screen, guys. I apologize. Usually I'd have a co-caster with me, and we'd have good banter and discussion between these drops, but I'm riding solo today. This is the first match of the marathon we are doing today at MWO Leagues this afternoon. Uh, right after EMP versus GNX, we get RGF versus Oops, and once that's over with, well, actually at the same time as that, there will be Pi versus 37 on another channel. It looks like I just got the ready up from the second team, so we are gonna go ahead and punch it. And then after that is the surprisingly important game of SA versus FFE. It wasn't supposed to be an important game, but after CSPS losing 0-5 to CXF yesterday, um, it has now. If SA gets a 4-1 against FFE, it's a three-way tie between SA, DPS, and CSPS for second, third, fourth. If they win 5-0, they take second, and then it's just and then third place goes to a tiebreaker between DPS and CSPS. So that wasn't supposed to be an important game, but now it is. So uh, make sure you tune in at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, approximately, for that one. All right. Now these mechs are dropping. Let's first take a look at EMP here. We got the Night Gear, McGoat in the Night Gear. We got the Timberwolf again, the Wolfhound. Looks like Lizzie in the Corsair 7A. I got to double check if that's all AMS. Or are they expecting some Lerm shenanigans here? They brought the Black Lantern again, the Firestarter again, and the Kodiak 3. Kodiak, another mech we're starting to see a lot more again now that it can twist a lot better. Uh, Corsair 7A, no AMS, but 3 ER peeps and 2 light Gauss. Kodiak, 1 Flamer, 3 medium pulse, 4 AC 10s. There is Ghost Heat on 4 AC 10s for Clan, but it is so minuscule that you can actually ignore it, as if it doesn't exist. Alright, ooh, looks like we got something happening here over here. Looks like we got 4 mechs by EMP over Theta. Against the James and Buster, Wolfhound and Commando. Stimrog taking a few hits. He's determined to flip, it seems. Oh, and he's gonna get out of there. Probably a safe bet because there is now multiple mechs that can shoot Theta. There is now a strike on Theta and multiple UAVs. Magician and the Timberwolf is coming in. We got Selith in the Black Lantern. Just kind of hovering around Kappa. Lizzie gets some trades off. That has to be super extreme range to that hill over there. I'm pretty sure that's who she's shooting at. Um, Commando Commando flips Theta for GNX. GNX was able in the end to take Theta anyways. EMP still has Kappa, and they have a few mechs over near Theta. Magician's Timberwolf is starting to look a little worse for wear. Let's check that out. If I can click on it. Oh. Five. Oh, he's been headshot. A lot of headshots this game. Wolfhound also was headshot. I don't know how much head armor it had, but before it was side torsoed, it did have head damage on the last drop.
We have gained Epsilon.
Selith and the Black Lantern. A little bit of trading going on with this Wolfhound Grinner. Ooh, Grinner might be getting picked off. Oh no, there's a Cyclops and an Annie right here. Do these two know it? They know it now. Stimrog getting some shots off on the Sleipnir, but running for his life. James giving a little bit of chase just to make sure that they know to go away. Um, Stimrog still eating some long range shots as he gets back to the rest of his team. EMP does have multiple UAVs over FCs, so they know exactly what is all over there. Make out in his night gear. Let's see what's on that. Two ERPs, two AC-10s. EMP heading towards most of their team towards Theta. Was Epsi a feint, or are they going to take Theta because they know that there's four mechs over on Epsi's? Probably the latter. Jishin still holding his angle here, but against no mechs anymore. Black Lantern is jumping on Theta. That Lantern, as long as he doesn't step off of it again, should be able to flip Theta before these mechs can stop them. And that will flip the caps back in EMP's favor, and then if GNX can't take them back soon, we'll be forced to push on them, which could be the overall strategy going in.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
Let's see if we can get down here low. There's going to be a light fight here, for sure. South gets some trades on the Wolfhound. Buster Machine and his Wolfhound. Let's take a look on his armor. He is the only one injured on the GNX team, for the most part. Everyone else is in the green, in the 90s. EMP's team is starting to be more damaged. Sometimes clicking these mechs is a pain. There we go. Grinner's medium lasers and a large laser. I did not expect that. Gonna be good on in the night gear, up in the high ground. But he's getting shot by two people. Looks like the Vigo and the other night gear. He just got pushed off of his perch. Bowser and the Kodiak just kind of holding here by Theta. Not too much happening. Both teams are just kind of flexing on each other. Both teams are really playing for that Theta. Silith is starting to get serious injured in the Black Lantern. Right torso is wide open and he's almost cored. His legs are also looking pretty weak. Taking more hits, so he's pulling out. He did raise the cap just a little bit more. But this Wolfhound and Commando are right here, and the Beagle's moving forward too. They are going to come back and take this cap back from EMP again. Oh, we got something happening over here. The Cyclops and Annie are on their own, and it looks like the Wolfhound, Firestarter, and Black Lantern. They might be too injured to do this, Wolfpack, but they might be able to catch these two off on their own. Selith goes down. Timberwolf is coming in, but EMP does not want to take these two mechs on one at a time. They definitely want to get as many mechs over here to drop them as quickly as possible. Annie, it does get halved. Um, Annie is about to go down. He's down to just two AC-10s and he's cored CT. That Annie is running three AC-10s, two AC-5s. It is the Solaris 1A build. Sleipnir is now cored CT, but he still has four LB-10s. It can spell disaster for the Magician and the Timberwolf, and it does. Timberwolf goes down. The Corsair is about to get dropped too. Finally, the Sleipnir goes down. Uh, but it's too late. James and the Summoner are pouncing on this Corsair. Lizzie and the Corsair will probably be the next to go down. Super Cord. Now, the Kodiak still has decent armor and a lot of firepower. If Bowser is given the chance, he will farm for days. McGoat does go down, trying to cover Lizzie. James and the Commando pulling in knives, and just getting in there, and then diving in there, getting shots off, getting some flamers on him, and then bowing out. Except he dies. Bowser does get taken down. The Summoner and this Wolfhound will be finishing off this Corsair. Corsair goes down. It just leaves the Red and Stimrog um, against four of GNX. The Vigo could be an easy kill, but GNX do have a cap lead. They're losing FCs, but they have a point lead so far. So, and they're working on Kappa too. Stimrog does go down. I think this is over. Yeah, the Red's not getting away, and that's it.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will
A
provide
lot of
huge
a lot of back and forth there around Theta. A lot of mechs getting hurt trying to go for the cap. In the end, GNX wins. 3-0 GNX. What the f is going on? They were not they weren't expected to win a single drop, and here they are 3-0 against EMP. Wow. Just absolutely dumbfounded by what is going on. This is beyond an upset. This is someone took their Wheaties this morning and meth. G and X are playing like killers today, and they are not taking it easy on EMP. They are going in there and they are going for blood. Next map, Polar Highlands. While I try to wrap my head around that, and why these teams get ready for the next drop, let's look at the poach match strats. I say strats, I meant stats. Let's take a look at the damage numbers here. Just at first glance across the board, GNX outdamaged DMP almost. Uh, yeah, just utterly and entirely. Um, James Bond with the 19 damage, trying to pull the cool knives moves there at the end, and then getting yeeted for it. I can hat off to you for attempting it, but no one can knives. That's just a fact. No one could play the commando better than he can. Now, looking at the Bowser's Kodiak pulling 484, very strong build. Token Flamer was kind of funny, but other than that, I mean, it was a very solid build, and he performed with it. McGoat doing pretty decent in the night gear, getting those angles and trades in. Um, but unfortunately, the light pack, it seems, got shut down. GNX just out light meched EMP. Yeah, not much else to say. Well, teams are still getting ready, so let's take a look at the map. So I mean, it's fairly straightforward, right? Like EMP before before these three caps. That's what they went for. Um, uh, they moved mechs down here to Theta, so I think they had them like that. Then they had mechs went Kappa, and then they did early game make a play on Epsies. Now they didn't flip Epsies, but they but that triggered all of GNX, who had a very good firing line spread out. Like I think it's here. They had a mech. They had a mech here, a mech up here, and then they had the two lights that were playing around here at Theta. Basically, they played very strong for the southern half of the map. Um, so EMP went for Epsies, and GNX pulled out of their trading positions and stacked. The Cyclops and Annie, though, I think the Cyclops and Annie were always in the backfield, just kind of hovering, waiting for something to do. But when they went for Epsies, those guys came up here to Epsies. EMP got a few UAVs off and then bailed. Uh, GNX sent reinforcements. They held here for a minute, and then their guys started spreading back out to their trading positions. And then EMP came back around this way, and they went for Theta again, and they were able to flip it. But GNX, they just went back to these positions, these exact positions, and then bullied EMP off of Theta again. It was basically what happened. Uh, there a lot of trading went back and forth, and then the main fight, because that Annie that I mentioned, Annie and Cyclops from GNX, they kind of went up here, right? And they were on their own. EMP saw that. Maybe it was too late. Uh, Black Lantern got yeeted, but they had a mech here, mechs here. I think with a more coordinated dive on these two and not losing the Lantern first, maybe things would have been different. Um, these two got a lot of shots off, and then by the time EMP collapsed on them and dealt with them, the rest of the GNX's team was diving on them too. Timing was very good for GNX. Hats off to him. Now let's take a look back at the lobby.